Welcome to the Comics Newswire, covering all the things turning pages and heads in the comic book industry. We're going to pass the show over to our anchors so they can tell you what's going on and keep you in the know. Mr. Anderson is the unboxable advocating creator known as the iN-DEE Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He is the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he is a partner in Continual Comics. Check out everything Anderson at chainlinks.site. Hello, everyone. Welcome to it. We're going to start off this week over in our, believe it or not, in our actual, hello there, everyone. I can see I'm caught in the corner. So we're going to be, hey, how's everyone doing? We're going to start off with our Comic Con forecast. The reason we're starting with our Comic Con forecast today is because there's not a lot going on. Convention scene's having an issue, so I figured I'd start there. I also want to remind everyone that if you have an upcoming convention, please let us know. We'll cover it for you, and we'll put it on the show and get you to be part of the conversation. So we want to do that. And speaking of talking about who's part of the conversation, Carlos Molina is going to be at the Albuquerque Comic Con. This is going to be going on at Albuquerque, New Mexico's 401 2nd Street. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center, and you can see they already got some stuff set up. Looks fantastic. Definitely go to check it out. We are having, with our affiliate convention scene, we can try to film this tomorrow, but as of right now, you'll see right now, they're experiencing a little bit of a hiccup. So, yeah, there's a bit of a snafu going on with our affiliate today. Probably because they have to redo all the different shows that aren't going to be there. So we're going to move on to our news, and here we go. Life is just better with a laugh. Share your thoughts on the Joker #4. This comes from us from DC Comics directly. The Book of the Legend Kickstarter will be launching soon. As a matter of fact, it'll be launching very soon. How soon? From Michael Gonzalez? You're going to have to check it out on our site and see when you can be part of the legend. And this week, oh man, Static Shock Season 1 is coming. I like this as a cartoon growing up. I got into the comic a little bit. I'm so excited to see all these coming back. It's about time. The legacy continues with the all-new Static Shock Season 1. I kind of like the seasons in comic books. We'll see how that goes. That's brought to us by DC Comics. Marvel Entertainment gives us Doc Octopus is back. That's right. There's going to be a sinister war, and the epic begins on July 14th. The Flash set offers us a look as Sasha with her full Supergirl costume. You can find out more by going to flickeringmyth.com. How far is too far? When it comes to storylines for comic books, Sci-Fi discussed whether or not sexuality and how far sexuality should go in comic books. And it was an interesting read for me. Obviously, the things I write is directly affected by these recent conversations. So I do want to know what people think. I'm interested in people's feedback. If you guys want to start a conversation, please do so on my thread. Here we go. The Art of a Happy Life. Comic book legend Ian Kennedy sat down with the Sunday Post. I always love it when we see crossover in mainstream media and them covering us. So this is an exciting moment for all creators to see that we're actually being picked up by national rags or national newspapers. Rags are tabloids. So the Sunday Post is hopefully not a tabloid. Upcoming September 2021, DC Comics revealed Fear State grips the Batverse. Oh no, what's going on here? You're going to have to go to Games Radar to find out more. Comic book preview, Superman 32. Ooh, Superman 32 flies into the comic book shops. What did it look like? We'll go to flickeringmyth.com and get your preview now. Comic book preview. DC's Checkmate #1. DC's 6-issue limited series about Checkmate begins this Tuesday. Did you pick up your copy? If you didn't, here's a preview from flickeringmyth.com. So nice, we showed it twice. Nick Spencer will close out his epic run on Amazing Spider-Man this September. It's been making big news, brought to us by Marvel.com. Sad to see him go, but it always has to go that way. And there was something here, unfortunately, it didn't generate the way it's supposed to. So we'll see if we can't get it to generate here. It's a beautiful cover from NRG Comics, and here we go. Look at this cover. Love is love, and it always wins. This is from NRG Comics, and this is, of course, for Pride Month. So we appreciate that, and that's on our site right now. The Flash, first look at Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. It's good to see him back in Gotham. That's brought to us by comicbook.com. Also, comicbook.com told us that Elizabeth Olsen calls Scarlet Witch a what? Well, you're going to have to go there to find out. Screen Rant tells us that Suicide Squad main comic book villains ranked lamest to coolest. I just thought this would be interesting with the movie coming up. And Comics on Vinyl, Godzilla poster on auction at Heritage. Check this out. This is from bleedingcool.com. A little bit of interesting stuff about how at one point there was Marvel Comics on a record. You're going to have to go to Bleeding Cool to find out the rest of that. There's going to be a trial for Black Adam and Naomi. This is brought to us by Flickering Myth. The preview is here. Check it out now. Line is a draw on superheroes celebrating Father's Day for all fathers who didn't hear it last weekend because someone forgot to tell you Happy Father's Day. This is brought to us by CBR. Here we go. A comic book preview for Vengeance of Vampiro 19. This is brought to us by FlickeringMyth.com. We talked about Doc Octopus, but we didn't talk about Grimlock. Oh, my goodness. I have a giant Grimlock tattoo. This is super exciting to me. And also with the news this week, I'm hoping that the Dinobots show up, and we'll get to that in a few minutes about the next movie coming for Transformers. This is super awesome. Me and Jax are definitely getting this comic book this summer. Comic book preview for Marvel's Gamma Flight #1 can be found at FlickeringMyth.com, as well as Red Sonja 28 and Star Wars Darth Vader 13. Flickering Myth has such great previews, including Batman and Superman 19. And look at this. All that was brought to us by Flickering Myth. But Chuck D launches a graphic novel inspired by Public Enemy album. This is brought to us by CBR. Definitely a must-read. 10 most important graphic novels in history. You might not agree, but it's interesting to see the take that CBR.com had. DC is bringing back Batman Beyond. That's it. We can all celebrate. 2021 has just gotten so much better, including when we find out that, by the way, that was brought to us by comicbook.com. Yeah, comicbook.com. If the poster, the Suicide Squad, I should say, just did something incredible. It said, get DC Comics at comic book shops. Read DC Digital Comics at DC Universe. Finally, a movie poster that admits it came from a comic book. I love it. Hearing by the Hour, a new job in the continuum. This is going to be launching next Tuesday. Super excited. Finally getting this project out. It has been delayed for 2 years. You guys are going to get your first chance to look at it. I really hope you like it and you back it on day one. Make me proud. Become heroic. And join me on Kickstarter. Go to heroics.com and hit the notify me button now. Marvel announces the X-Men, the Onslaught, Revelation. Ooh, they're bringing back Onslaught. This is awesome. Brought to us by comicbook.com. You're going to have to go check that out. Huge news. A Swerve hits the continuum, and it's heroic. Such big news this week as 8-Ball has joined the continuum. Comic book legend Bottleworks will honor artist creator Steve Ditko. This was in Tribune.com. And this is pretty cool. They're actually going to do a whole thing for Steve Ditko. And, you know, there's always controversy in comics, but, like, you want to celebrate them as much as you can. This is pretty cool. I am from the Ukraine. My family's from the Ukraine. This is Comic-Con in Ukraine is happening. I didn't know I'd see the day, but I'm so proud to see it. Pretty awesome. And that was brought to us, by the way, by comiccon.ua. Solar Opposites has been renewed for season 4 by Hulu. I'm pretty excited. I like the show. And I'm looking forward to seeing this show after seeing the preview from comicbook.com for both of these. Netflix releases Q-Force trailer, reveals premiere date. Check it out at comicbook.com. It's got a funny-ass trailer. Luis Torres is back with Lily the Demoness, Chapter 5, Divine Punishment. We had that on Backer Plus. Had a great Continuum Comics Creative Corner, which we're now going to call the Continuum Creative Corner. we're going to get rid of the comics just because it's a tongue twister to say. We had the amazing team behind Sacrifice. I got to sit down with UJ and Laurent, and there was a great interview. Check it out. ComicBookMovie.com teases the end of an era and a new one beginning. What does that mean? The clones are back? Oh no, ComicBookMovie.com has more. This was cool from Forbes. What the hell is going on with the collectible comics market? We can find out by going to Forbes.com. There's backer pause. We raced, me and Mark Darden, to outdo the thunderstorms that were threatening the show, but we got it all in, and we are happy to do it. A new Dark Knight rises in Gotham. I Am Batman. That is coming to us from DC Connect and DC Comics directly. Scout Comics announces it's got a new title box, and it's all about them all. Check the link for more. Worlds will collide in Infinite #1. Oh my, Batman's down already? This can't be good. But wait, is that Batman or is that a different Batman? You're going to have to go to Infinite Frontier from DC Comics to find out more. Have you heard? DC Comics Milestone is back, and it's about time. Meet the talent of the relaunch. Here it is, brought to us by DC Comics Twitter. Click the link to find out more. What are you planning this summer? Well, here's your guide to summer, brought to us by the DC Superhero Girls. And this is pretty cool. It shows, here we go. It shows a lot of strength from DC Comics. This is the Festival of Heroes, the Asian Superhero Celebration. Check it out right now. And this, of course, goes with Stop the Asian Hate. Kevin Smith reveals where he stands on the Batman controversy. You're going to have to read it to find out. The Listener is back, and it's on Kickstarter. Get your copy right now. Make sure to go to your local comic book store and tell them you want a Scoot Frontiers copy. That's available through them in Diamond. Get it today. Marvel is introducing the Winter Hulk and Avengers from comicbook.com. Find out what exactly is going on with the Hulk now. MCM London replaces Comics Village with a curated art style. This isn't really that big of a deal. It's brought to us by bleedingcool.com. This is literally what ReedPop does with all of its shows. But it is a bit of an interesting change and, cultivated. There's an argument between first come, first serve and curated. Teach their own. It's their business. They put on a fantastic show. ReedPop does it right. You can't take that away from them. From DC Comics, Aquaman, The Beginning is a queer coming-of-age story, and it all starts in September. Check it out now. It's Aquaman, The Becoming. And Dr. Octopus, more of that. The Great Cyclopin is on Kickstarter now. You can check it out. The story of an alien who just wants to fit in as the next great American hero. And the epic fantasy known as Forbidden is coming back to Kickstarter. You're going to have to click the link to find out when and how to hit the notify me button. Go to Greek Vibes Nation to find out more about the new distribution model for Comics Tag as it partners with Scout Entertainment. I'm super excited. Here's a little more about that. You can find this all through the Scout Twitter or just clicking the link right there and finding out all you need to know. We have a Murder's Row of variant covers lined up. This is, of course, in Diamond now. Who's it for? Well, you're going to have to click our link to find out more. And Goddess, Queen, Leader, Storm, introducing the new Regent of Solar System. I know I'm saying that word wrong. We're just going to move on. Sword 6 is now on sale, and there's Storm looking absolutely amazing. Upcoming project, Nightfall's Michael's Awakening 1 through 2. This is, of course, on our site. Check out more about that. And the Forbidden Museum is also launching. It looks like July is going to be full of crowdfunding. I hope you guys have saved up and gotten back to work to afford it all. Take a look at this week's new comics for the full list. This is brought to us by Marvel.com. It's for June 23rd, the 25th week of the year. An alert for Scout Comics fan going forward. We'll be instituting our new expanded launch window for all policy for all new series. How it works is that will be a month gap between the issue number 1 and 2 of all the new series they put out. So Scout's making some changes, giving a little more time. Our friend Laurent Vallis, who just successfully funded Sacrifice on Kickstarter, talking about his appreciation for Scout for shipping it right. And we got more of the Cyclopean. The Book of Legend, a 52-page anthology, is now on Kickstarter for you to enjoy. Or it's coming. Book of Legend is coming. I guess it's coming soon. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's right. Coca-Cola is now going to be part of Free Comic Book Day, which is happening August 14th. How so? You're going to have to go to cbr.com to find out more. We have new covers. Check it out. We revealed it on Backer Pulse. This cover is awesome. Check it out now. Spider-Man, Miles Morales is getting a new costume. What does it look like? It looks dope. Check out comicbookmovie.com. We talked about where we're going this weekend, and that's it. That's the news. And now you're in the know in 15 minutes. You didn't think I'd make it, did you? but I did. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.